Good morning, everybody. Rosanna with No Limit Outdoors. Today's October the 17th, 2025. Today I will be working on my tracker. Last weekend it sprung a major leak. I was hearing some rattling going on the bottom of my hull. And when I pulled it out of the water, I noticed I had one of the front beams had broken off the actual bow that supports the front of the boat. So I'm here at the shop gutting the floor out to see what I need to do to repair it. And like I said, once again, like, subscribe, and follow this video and see what the process it takes to fix it. Well, as you can see, I've been in this boat maybe 30 minutes and I've had to remove the back platform, the floor. I'm taking all the foam out. The boat's a 92, so it has a lot of old foam that's never been replaced. The bow in the boat, the hull actually looks in really good shape. No visible rot marks or anything like that. So now the next thing to do is going to be to pull this front brace beam out, step pad out, and that's where the brace I separated is making that noise, and where the rivet holes are broke through. So let's keep going on and see what else we find. So this boat, when I bought it, they had coated it with some kind of an epoxy based bottom coat, so it was covering a lot of the rivets that were basically bad. So whoever did the prior repairs, they just covered up a bunch of bad holes and cracks. So now that I cleaned it all up, I removed the left brace and the right brace. And on the right brace, it has a slight crack. That's where basically I was getting noise coming out of the boat. So that bracket was already loose. And then same thing with all the beams all the way to the console. All the rivets that are basically in the water were all rotted out or wore out pretty much. And then I noticed it has this nice crack. So I've got to basically weld this thing up and re-rivet it all up and then test it for any more water leaks. So I'm just going to do the front. That's basically all I really found on the boat for now. I don't want to get into the back of the boat until I really have to. Maybe next year I'll take it all apart, completely take it all apart and go through it. But overall, the main leaks were in the front of the boat. So once I fix that, I'm pretty sure I'm going to probably have 95% of the major leaks gone off this boat, because everything else looks really good. I think what it boils down to is the design flaw on this thing, because when they make the front, they slice it down the center to make the bow curve right in. And as you can see, is this seam goes all the way up, and the weak point is where they put the front keel to the bottom piece, which is not one piece, it's two pieces, and that's where it tends to flex and crack on this tracker boats. So I'll be fixing all that and taking care of it. Well, there was a couple options here for taking care of this crack. I could either A, welded it up, which would have been the perfect choice, or B, use JB Weld, a marine epoxy ready at 5,000 PSI. So what I did is, just to test the JB Weld out, see if that product's actually as good as they say, I'm gonna go ahead and actually I already did. I ended up JB welding the area. But first what I did is I prepped it, I ground it down, 50 grit, both bottom and top. I pinned the cracks so it wouldn't travel anymore. And then what I did is I applied the epoxy JB Weld through the top and bottom, so it basically fused the top and bottom together without having to have two applications. It's basically just one application, so it should technically be stronger that way. And we're gonna put it through its test and see if that JB Weld product is as good as it really is. So I know that welding would have been the best option, but you know, I wanted to kind of try this product out and see if it's as good as they say it is, considering that it's a pretty big crack, maybe 3 inches, I think about 3 inches long. So if it happens to crack again, then since the area is not that hard to access, I can just get it welded up no matter what. Well, let's see how this goes, and hopefully it holds up. If not, then weld time. So this simple water leak replacement of the crack and some rivets that were broken off on the bottom side. I basically decided to just go through the whole bottom of the boat. I mean, I'm already over halfway there, and it took me about another maybe 20 minutes to rip the back out, take all the foam out. You might as well inspect everything, take the outboard out, and flip the boat over and just do it right. You know, clean up the bottom, because it was previously coated, and it looks like a lot of these rivets are pitted. So I might as well just go through the whole boat, clean it all up, and see what else is really going on with the boat. I mean, if it's going to be just replacement of more rivets, it's easy to do that now than have to do it all later, all over again. So this is going to be part one of a few more in a series of videos for the bottom cleanup, rivet replacement, and getting it back to where it ain't going to have any leaks anymore. So stay tuned for the rest of the video on this boat.